Hello, welcome to my channel again. I must give praises to the Most High before I do anything. Don't forget about Him because He's the one and only true boss of everything, all makers of life. Now, the time, Jan, what's the time?
Say your name, Ronnie.
My name is Ronnie, and known as Red Hawk, my Indian name.
It's 1:25 p.m.
It's 1:25. It's 1:25 p.m.
No, 1:26 now.
Oh, 1:26 p.m.
Wednesday, April 13th.
Wednesday, April 13th. My day topic is all about North America Indians. And I want to talk about the poorest Indians that don't get no help from nobody. I'm the mouthpiece for all Indians. And I want, them to reach out and tell me how they like my comments too. And if I go like this, that means the Indian didn't have a good day. This, I mean, it's all good. Today, I want to talk about them. I have seen things. I have talked to other natives that work at Foxwood that come from these places. They tell me it's not good in places like Central America, how the government treat them. Same way here in the United States, they don't get help or nothing. So I'm trying to raise money for them, and I'm gonna start going around visiting reservations because at one time the Indian was free to move as he pleased. I mean, you can't help it in society today, but reservations back then wasn't good for Indians. See, now they don't adapt to the reservation, so that is their home. But they was forced to go on reservation against their will. The ones that didn't want to go, the government killed them. So that's why I said before, how could he make anybody a citizen when his ancestors wasn't citizens to begin with? All this stuff is hogwash, all this paperwork and stuff like that. It's like those audit people again. I'm talking about them too, because they hide behind that First Amendment, Second, Third, Fourth, Fifth Amendment, like somebody walking with a crutch. Like I said before, a lot of times their rights don't be violated. It is like to start trouble with people so they can get a reaction out of you. And I even heard one said on his own channel, he said, "I'm gonna go back in there so I can get arrested and get a lawsuit." So that's what I'm saying. It's all about ching ching, and that's not right. I'm getting away from them, so I'm talking about my ancestors and people. Um, Things that have happened to natives and still happen. They don't get much television, press, or anything, but other people get help. Some Indians don't have no funding. Some don't even get help from the government. They just live off the land. Some natives I have talked to at Foxwood, they come from poor, very poor reservations. That's why they come to Foxwood to work to help their family. They don't get no aid like people that not even citizens come here and get aid and everything. And that's what I don't like. I mean, I don't hate nobody, but it's not fair. And things that happen to me, I ain't getting no help from anybody. You have to go. You have to have people backing up. Nobody wants to back up the Indian, and I get tired of people trying to say that Indians are not real Indians. Well, the Indians from India, they not even real, and that name was given to them too. And we really just indigenous people. And I tell people, a lot of people don't understand. They got like everybody believing that they come out of Africa. I'm not trying to badger nobody, knock those people, but everybody cannot be descended from. I told people before about other beings and stuff that people don't know about would blow their mind. I have seen things, and man, my wife even seen us extraterrestrials like flying saucers right by Stop and Shop. People saw it in the parking lot. I think I spoke about it before. I'm just trying to keep it in all perspective, you know. But getting back to the natives, I've seen some poor reservations, very poor, that they don't get no funding. And that's what I understand. Other people can come here, they give them, they can get social service without even having um, this stuff. But even though they don't have um, citizenship, all this stuff is illegal. I mean, I'm just saying, but it's true. Paperwork, registration, all that stuff is, it's just like you have a contract, like a singer, he gets a contract. So same thing. It's all that's is fake paperwork, and I'm just trying to say that Indians really need help. I guess I'm not trying to knock them by, but African Americans they get more stuff than the Indian. Nobody hardly talk about Indians. I saw a tape on telling how Indians are starving, and they did that to them too. That's why same thing they do to Indians. They always like in an African American community or in Latinos, where most of the Latinos live in African American. They always have a liquor store on every corner. So the first of the month, when people get their Social Security check, they go spend it right up in the liquor store. They know they making money. It's set up like that. People play right into their hand. And I saw a movie about Indians and what they did to those Indians brought tears to my eyes. See, I talk about I'm not leaving people out, but I feel Indians is left out of everything. And I had wrote a poem called. That's why I got the title for my YouTube channel. I wrote a poem, "Cry of the Native," and Chief Citizen's son, he's passed away now. He entered my poem into a play, into a where you write poems and they first place they give you money if it's good. I won first place for my poem. It was $100, but I won. I was glad to get that. So that's where I got the title from. Like his way of life. Um, they try to change it. His religion, they try to change it. That's why I say every time I say something, his way of life, they try to change it. Cry of the Native. They try to change his religion. Cry of the Native. They try to make you bow down to this flag that everybody held so great. Cry of the Native. Um, as the wind blow on his native cracked face. Cry of the Native. His words go unspoken. His culture, they try to destroy it, or but I'm gonna keep it alive as long as I got air in my lungs and stuff like that. I'm gonna speak out, even though people don't like what I'm saying. I'm not being racist, but it's time that people look at natives as a very important part of history and stuff like that. It's like I had when I had my Indian store in New York. I had the Buffalo Soldier dolls in my store, and people, why you got them dolls in the store? They're not native, but they part of history. Yeah, a lot of them were slaves, but when they got their freedom and joined the army, they had to kill somebody. So they focused on the Apache Indian. They like killing Indians more than the Euros did. But I understand, why, because and some of them even deserted the army and rode around with natives and stuff like that because they had went back. The army, back then they would hang you or shoot you in front of a firing squad. So nothing's really changed. I feel bad for a lot of natives. I feel bad for everybody, but Indians, I feel bad for the worst because a cop even told me in Hartford the Indians at the bottom of the food chain. Why would you say that? And when I try to get my get Social Security, when I had to go to court and stuff, the judge told me, "Don't you get money from the in, interior?" Something he said about Washington. All Indians don't get that, and so they got things fixed. An Indian would know who he is, but it's different on a reservation. You had like you go certain you got to have a tribal card. I said I don't need a tribal card because I told a lady at Foxwood one day I was checking in the Foxwood casino. She said something to me, "Where's your tribal card?" I said, "My face is my introduction," and stuff like that. That's all, you know, how they got this stuff set up. It's like they said, there's Indian time and there's Euro time. There's a lot of Indians that's locked up and stuff like that and get killed, but nobody reported, even though it's more African Americans in the system, but there's more Indians in jails upstate New York, and you wouldn't believe because they don't put it on the news because they to them he just an Indian. He don't don't get praise. Everybody else get praises. Like when a little Cuban boy came here back in 2000, I think it was 2004. Oh, they made such a fuss over him and stuff like that, but not for the Indian. That's what burned me up. I had to hit a guy today. He was trying to fight me. And I said, he was African American. I said, why are you trying to fight me? I mean, you don't put your hands on nobody, but people of color get me sick. They don't do that to a white person. They'll fight other people of color because, you know why? Because Euro still got power over their head. They hold it over their head. And even if a white person is dead and buried, he can still have a hold on somebody here. And that's what I understand. Like I seen two African American guys in New York bumped into one another. He was ready to tear the other guy's head off, but then he bumped into a white guy. First thing came out of the African American mouth, "Oh, my bag," picked the white guy luggage up, his suitcase and everything. But his own person, he was own color people, he was trying to kill him. But they all people, I don't care what nobody say, everybody got that white mentality in them, some people. And it overpowers them, and that's why they do what they do. Because I have been harassed by people, and it's an individual, but people that are always saying something. There's always a person of color. He can come from Africa or other places. They just didn't like me. They ain't like me when I worked at Foxwood. And these people wasn't even European descent. They were people of color. That's what burned me up. And it bothered me when I went to the hospital. They said I had a concussion from getting hit with that brick. And that's why I want to report that the cop, he didn't do anything. But all that's said and done out the way, I just want to say hi to all of my native brothers. I will never forget where I come from. Like my mother said, my mother was Shoshone. Shoshone may for like if you do something to him, he won't forget it, even though it's in the past. He still won't forget. That's why I never forget. Like a native, real true native, he know when he's not wanted. He won't go in that establishment no more. But some people that don't get brought up different, they go back or they looking for trouble. That's how the order people is. They got one that's now is a registered sex offender. That's why he can't do what he did before. And when these people do something, it's like they like a order person to me is like a soldier that's shell shocked. You know, his mind might snap back to the war days. That's how they all them like when you say something to them, their mind like snap. They can't stop. They like a typewriter. You're just pushing damn buttons. That's why you can't reason with them. They just like an extraterrestrial. That's why you see some alien pictures. You ever seen an extraterrestrial? You can't reason with them. That's like a immigrant. A lot of them you cannot reason with. They will never see your point of view. That's how the order people, when they be telling people all that stuff about not talking to the cops, why would you tell people that? And stuff like that. A cop might be a nice, decent person. And how you a mind reader? That's what I'm saying before. When they be saying, do you know the Third Amendment? And the officer won't say nothing, but he don't want to. He don't want to have. Even though you say you pay his salary, he want to have a pleasant work day. Sometimes he don't want to be bothered. And here y'all come just chasing people all through the building, and when he won't answer y'all right away, he don't know it. How the hell you know what he gonna do? You read his brain? Are you God? That's how they think. That's why I don't like some of them. And I know a lot of them when they be saying they journalists. I know a lot of them try to be one. And I think a lot of them is misogynist. That's somebody that don't like women. Because I always hear them always saying, these women got all this makeup on, and so why you worry about what she got on? And a lot of camera people like Eyewitness News. He said on television, I forget his name. He worked for Eyewitness News in New York. He's a lot of places they can't go in there. I've seen Eyewitness News people get thrown out, but they got a problem with the news people, and a lot of them should go to camera school to learn how to adjust their camera or hold it steady. Every time I see one of them going to post up, the camera always be shaky. They don't know how to film. You could be a journalist or a cameraman. When you look at Eyewitness News, when they film something, their camera be steady. You don't see it keep shaking. They don't even hold on to people's face long enough. They keep going back forth, like they playing ping pong or something, hitting the ball on both sides of the table. And that's bad. And then all of them always say, I'm working on a story. What story? To me, that's not a story. That's just a bunch of bull s. You go somewhere and stand for, like, sometimes I seen one of them actually stand there for over 35 to 40 minutes and nobody was saying nothing to him. That he said, don't engage me. He got mad, so he engaged the cop. Then when the cop wouldn't say anything, he got mad. They always talking about getting people fired and stuff like that, because they the boss. Bosses like I said before, bosses like to get people fired, and they not nice. I mean, you don't really have to say nothing, but if a cop is being cordial and polite, they still treat him like garbage. And I'm not taking off a cop. I know some cops are bad, but all of them can't be bad. Some cops I met is very nice. When they say we like good cops, I don't even think y'all know a good cop when y'all see one. Just because he don't answer y'all right away, y'all can start calling more kind of name. When you say how many cops you arrested, he feels it ain't none of your business, which it ain't. They think everybody have to answer to them all the time. I won't answer to none of them because they ain't my boss. And there's, like I said before, their salary don't cover every damn state they go to. I pay for this bill. Your tax dollar don't go to every building. It only pertain to the state that you live in. That's how I know. Again, they be lying and stuff like that. See, like they got freedom of speech. I feel I'm an Indian. I could say a lot of things. They can't do to me what they do to other people. That's not the way to make money. You make the money of other people's really working. Even if a person have a 5 minute break, they think they the teacher, and everybody got to, oh, I can't take my break. And you raise your hand and say, could I have a break now? I wouldn't answer nobody like that. Nobody don't harass them because they the one doing all their harassing and stuff like that. I don't see nobody, like when I seen that video, um, what's the name of that video, Cougar, with all the singers did, they raised money for those children in Africa? We Are the World? Yeah. Um, like I said before, I didn't see them raise. I didn't see nobody raising money for no poor reservation like that. And all these celebrities, all this money, you don't even see them go to the reservation and help them. If I had millions of dollars, I would build every native beautiful home to live in and clean up their and put a pipeline there so they can have water or something like that, because they don't. A lot of natives don't have running water. I met an Indian. He said when he go back to his reservation, he has to walk almost 2 hours to find water and bring it back, and they had to exterminate the water so they can take baths and stuff like that. But people don't say nothing about that. That's why I get so much anger. My pressure go up. I gotta calm down because my wife said they can take you out of here too. You can get a heart attack. And if I get a heart attack and pass away, nobody wouldn't care anyway. But I see that all the stuff that's happened to me since I've been in Connecticut. This is a bad state. The Constitution here stink for poor people. They don't. This will be a constitutional state. I don't think so. A lot of these people that got money, they take the funds that they give them and go buy cars with it. Because a girl told me she was in a program. She said that's what they do. They like to take people's turn away from them. I think, and it's like a lot of them other people are saying, y'all abusing the prisoner. How you know they abuse the prison? They have some very dangerous prisoners in there, and everybody can't, right in their mind, everybody in prison they act like all people in prison are innocent. Why you think they in jail? A lot of people is not innocent, and they don't be violating those prisoners. I seen them on television, and they show the camera inside the prison, and they beat up the guard. I guess he did something to them for them to beat him up. That's what he don't understand. He's about bitch out been there abusing the inmates. I hear them saying that so much. They all say the same. They must have read the same goddamn script. That get me pissed off, and I want to focus on Indian, but I keep going back and forth because I'm just trying to make them see they need to check themselves and look back at the stuff they do and say, did I really look that bad? And stuff like cause it's just a money thing for them. And I'm not in it to make money. I'm in it to help people. Or I'm gonna try. That's gonna be my charity to helping Indians because I'm one. And I'm gonna help. Like the chief was trying to do. He passed away. He had got land for um, Indians that don't have a reservation. I was gonna build a safe haven place like that, buy land and build houses for Indians and teach them a trade, and help them. And I'm very good at karate and stuff like that because I had so many teachers. I had a Muslim, two Muslim teachers. Kareem, he was real cool. He was very good at martial. I haven't seen him in years. I don't even know if his family still lived there in Brooklyn. He was cool. We used to go places. He used to make me laugh, and he was just a cool guy. And then he had a girlfriend, and the story almost looked like him in The Last Dragon. She sang just like the girl in The Last Dragon. He was a karate guy, but I'm I'm not talking about that no more. I'm just saying good things, but people should not forget about Indians because Indians gave America character and helped build the world. And they always say immigrants build this country. I said not the newcomers. They're not the only one that worked on things. They had Indians too, but they ain't get no credit. Indians built a lot of stuff too in America. They could, and they try to make, like I said, what they try to make people that everybody's descended from Africa. That's not even true. I know because if I didn't see things, people wouldn't come up to me and ask me to bless their houses. And this I was saying before I went to these people out there from South America. No, I think they were from Guyana. And I went to their house, and after I had blessed their house, she said they didn't see those things no more. So a lot of churches they don't believe in stuff like that, but all that stuff is in the Bible, demons and stuff like that. So I just try to put in perspective, like to help me. I gotta go in my chat. I'm still learning about you too. A friend of mine has helped me, you know, load my videos and stuff like that. I got a lot to learn about how to do this, but she the cause of my stuff is out, and I want to give her credit to her D. I don't want to say her whole name. I want to make sure I pronounce it right, but she's real nice. And the other girl too, they helped me with loading up the videos and stuff like that. Eventually, I'm gonna be on TikTok. That's what I'm getting ready to do now, so you can see my stuff on there. Uh, I just feel bad for some native nations got wiped out. Some nations don't even exist anymore. They got wiped out. I mean, wiped out. Then you get people find out this tribe is deceased. They pretend to be those people. You gotta watch out for them too. My mother called them the bootleg Indians. Well, that's all I want to say. But I want people to find their heart, and I'm looking for some natives too to come into my chat room and leave a comment that I really want to help. And I'm learning my native language. I should have learned it when my mother was alive, but I didn't want to. I went to go to the movies and and stuff like that, and I wish to talk that showing language to me all the time. I know some, like I said, I'm not fluent, but I know some, so I'm gonna learn that completely. So that way, once you learn your language, a person that don't have his language, to me, he's lost. When you have your language and stuff like that, make you whole. So I want y'all to take care, share, like, And so, man, my mind is someplace else. But prescribed, yeah. I hope everybody have a nice day. And don't get me wrong, I do not hate people. I don't hate immigrants. I'm just saying, right is right. Everybody should get help, especially a native. Some people agree with me. I'm not badgering nobody because I'm not God. I can't judge anybody. I just try to tell the truth, right? So everybody take care. Danadar Wado.